Okay guys, I'm burning up in this jacket, but I'll do a quick glasses off. I might even have to open this thing up a little bit. Our AC is kind of out here in the office and it's probably 90 degrees in this room with the lights on. Let's see, this was a bit of a shorter news week. I hit you guys pretty hard the last few weeks. Had fun up at Pikes Peak filming for Solomon this weekend for the Golden Trail series. Would be curious to hear your thoughts on the Golden Trail series. Do you guys think it's cool? Do you think it's relevant? Basically, my take is it's a, it's a collection of really iconic races around the world that are shorter distance. So like under a marathon or up to a marathon in distance. So trying to promote that aspect of the sport. They've seemed to have done a good job of getting a lot of the Solomon athletes out, even a couple non-Solomon athletes like Sage Canaday. And yeah, we'll see where it goes from here. I know they're putting a lot of effort behind it. It was fun being part of the video coverage. If you tried to tune in, I apologize. We had some issues on the mountain with some of the, we couldn't stream it live basically, and we couldn't get the cards fast enough down the mountain or transfer the footage to be able to get it up in a timely manner. So hopefully we'll leak out some more of that footage on the Solomon running pages shortly, but that's kind of an update on that. Man, we are coming up on UTMB. It's next week, so I'll be doing probably a recap show next week on maybe some of my picks or thoughts on how all of those races are going to go down. All the lettered races. We've got the CCC, the TDS, the UTMB, the PTL, the OCC, the YCC. Oh my goodness. And yeah, basically we'll kind of look and preview that. I think Kima is this weekend. Killian, I believe, is running that one. And then he's going to go right into UTMB, so we'll see if he's ready for that. He seems to be in pretty good form, but Jim Walmsley's also in pretty good form. So, and then of course you have all the perennial challengers like Zach Miller and Tim Tollefson back. So it's going to be a pretty good showdown. I'm not making the trip out this year, unfortunately, so we won't have, I won't have anything to share from the race this year, but got a lot else, there's a lot else going on. So. Let's see, what else do we have? The courts program, I keep trying to dig a little bit deeper into that every week. I'm not gonna be a total expert on that topic, but I did get to look at a little bit of what they're exactly testing. They're basically just doing a couple health marker blood, you're testing your red blood cells, your white blood cells, you're seeing your counts. And I don't know if that can actually be utilized to see if people are blood doping over time, if their levels are rising or falling. I just don't know. I know they're not testing for specific drugs like EPO and human growth hormone and whatever else people are doping with. I don't know. Steroids, I guess. So I don't know if I'll keep beating this topic to death or not, but that's the courts program. I just think there is confusion. I got to thank Sage Canaday for pointing that out a while back, but courts does not equal clean sport. It's not a USADA test. It's not a WADA test, World Anti-Doping, US Anti-Doping. It's just a health marker. It's trying to determine if you're healthy enough to run an ultra, basically, and seeing if you're on the verge of getting sick or have some sort of other ailment that might prevent you from running. So just keep that in the back of your mind when all this clean sport stuff's being talked about. If an athlete's being courts tested and they're getting his blood panels done, it doesn't mean, it's no proof of them being clean, basically, is all I'm trying to say. It's also not, I'm not trying to accuse anyone of anything, but that's basically what I got to share on that. And thank you guys again for your support, and I'll see you next week.